Hi you guys, so today I'm back with something a little bit different. We had a big snowstorm here where I live, and for 3 days I was down this rabbit hole of slow stitching. So I thought I'd share with you what I was working on. Maybe you'd be interested in checking it out, maybe not, but I thought I'd share it with you. So let me know down below in the comments if you're interested in seeing my progress on any of this stuff. If you're interested in me making any tutorial videos, I can, or if you just want to see my progress every once in a while of how I'm getting along with my slow stitching, that'd be cool too. So I can make videos for whatever you're interested in. All right, so I thought I'd share with you what I was working on. I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way. I was watching, Rachel has a channel called Roxy's Creations, and she was making some slow stitching, which means all stitching by hand, a needle book, and she called it a fabric book, and she made a whole bunch of them. They were so cool, and I thought, I'm gonna make one of those. And so I decided that I would go ahead and make one and then share it with you guys. So this is what it looks like. My grandmother, my Nona, she had given my mother some fabrics, and my mom gave me these fabrics. And so this background fabric was hers, and then these other ones were in my stash. But it's like some old fashioned, like almost like Holly Hobby before there was a Holly Hobby. And she's on here doing different things in the garden. I went ahead and I did canther stitch all over the whole thing, and then I did some scrappy edging around the outside, and then I went ahead and cut out some different like little strawberries and flowers and things from fabric in my stash, and then just stitched it on. I just love how it turned out. It's really cute. And so inside of this little book, I'm just going to show it to you. I have some pockets that I put inside of it. This fabric also right here is from my Nona's stash as well. The background on the inside and the outside, and then all the rest was from mine. I just thought it was kind of cool to use her old fabrics. And so I have some needles that I just tucked in here, and I'm just using this as like a little fabric book, like a little needle book, kind of to hold all my notions and stuff. And then this is a little needle book that I made. And I just kind of hand stitched a little book with felt inside of it so I could stick all my needles in it. I just thought that was really cool. And it's really kind of like a fabric version of our journals, right? I mean, I thought it was kind of similar to that. I put a little tab on here just like we do on our journals, because I thought this is really just like making a journal but with fabric, right? And then these are some needle threaders that I had. And then like this piece of fabric wasn't tall enough. I wanted it to be bigger, so I sewed it together. I mean, it's just super scrappy, super fun. I made a little pin cushion here just to stick pins in, and I used just some batting to fill it up with. And I love how it turned out. And like this little scrap is the edging of some fabric, and I just thought it was really cute with the flowers on it, so I just left it on there. This is another little pocket where I have some extra pins in here. And then I made this little pocket for a pair of scissors. So I thought it would be kind of cool to put a pair of scissors in this little pocket right here so that I could always have a pair in here. It just seemed like a handy thing. And then just to make sure that they don't fall out, I kind of clipped them in with this little fabric clip. There we go. So I just kind of clipped them in here. I just thought that was kind of cute. And then this is just a little felt heart that I made. And then I have some needle threaders in here. Just a little pocket. And then this is just so that I can stick pins and needles in it. And then this is kind of like a collage of fabrics like we do with our papers in our journals when we collage. I just thought, oh, I'm going to collage on the back cover. So I thought it was cute. So that's my little fabric book or needle book, whatever you want to call it. I just love how it turned out. It's super cute. So then after I did that, let's get on to the next thing that I decided to do. I first needed the fabric book so that I could then work on projects, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so then the next thing that I did was then I saw that there was another lady, and her name was Kate in the Nest, and she was making like little pouches, And this is a pouch that's still in progress. I haven't finished it yet. But basically it's a piece of fabric. And then I went ahead and did some little like collage on the fabric. And then I did some little slow stitching on it. And then I folded it and I went ahead and lined it. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew it shut up the sides. But I haven't done that part yet. I'm just still working on it. I'm deciding if I want to put any more like decorations or anything on it before I sew up the sides. And then basically it's just going to be to hold my little projects that I'm working on. Like if I want to hold my scraps of fabric or something like that, or the project that I'm working on sewing. So I made this as a pouch, as a slow stitching pouch. And I thought I might stitch across the top of it, put some lace on it maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing with it yet, but it's kind of a work in progress. So I thought I would share that with you, and I really like how it's turning out. It's super cute. And then the next thing that I saw that Kate in the Nest, she works on, is these things, and she calls them nests. And I thought, oh my gosh, she uses some fabrics that she gets like from the Goodwill, or they call them aught shops. I think that that's kind of like a Goodwill or a secondhand store. And she uses like wool blankets that she'll cut up into these vessels. So she also calls them vessels, but she calls them her nests. And they're basically, you put all your stuff in it to go ahead and use to do your stitching, and then you just use it as like a basket almost, but a nest is what she calls it. So I just have like my little pin cushion in it and some fabrics and some thread and some little flowers that I crocheted, and this is just some more of those little needle threaders and stuff like that. So I just have some kind of extra little notions for sewing inside of here, and I'm working on it. I've sewn it together, like I sewed the base of it together, and now I'm just stitching on it. So right now I'm currently just kind of stitching around. I put some fabrics on it. I'm going to put some laces on it, but I'm just working on it. It's kind of a work in progress. I put the base layer of fabrics that I've like torn squares of fabrics around. And then I'll just keep working on it. I'll show you what it looks like in the future. If you're interested in me doing another video like this, I will go ahead and do that. But if not, just let me know down in the comments. It's cool. So those are the things that I've been working on. I love how they're all turning out. I hope that you're interested in this kind of thing. I thought maybe it was kind of a crossover, you know, like between journaling and this. It seems like a lot of people do slow stitching as well as journaling. So let me know if you're interested in hearing any more about my works in progress and things I'm working on, or if you need any tutorials on any of this. I'll go ahead and put it in this channel. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.